right in the kisser.
Hey, how the devil are you? Now, I got a bit of a cold today, bit of a chest infection. Sound a little like Bane off Batman.
You merely adopted the dog. I was born in it.
Was that a pretty good impression? No. Before we go anywhere though, I just want to thank everybody who's uploaded or posted a photo to the Facebook page of their hi-fi systems. It's starting to really gather some pace. So I love seeing everybody's hi-fi. I don't care what setup you have. I've seen DIY setups. I've seen an amplifier from the 70s, a Pioneer amplifier, which is a beast. You need to go over and have a look at that. Oh, it's the goat of amplifiers, I reckon. So, if any of you watching this want to go over and post a picture of your system, your setup, on the Facebook page, links in the description below. Go to, I think, followers gallery, and you can post a picture on there. And also, leave a little bit of a comment, what equipment you've got. I might not recognize it in the pictures. So what kits you've got, speakers, amplifier, etc. And where you're from. And your name would be nice as well. Not obligatory, but it'd be nice. Anyway, right today, what have I got? Oh, I'm excited for this one. I got the Cambridge Audio CXA81 MkII. Not one, two. Flipping heck. And they've made some improvements on this, apparently. I got the box upside down. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Hold on. Whoa. There you are. Yeah, you can see it now. Maybe I should have just turned the box around. Anyway, let's go back the other way. There you go. Right. So, yeah. So what I did was, I'm broke, like most of us, okay? But I really want to listen to this amplifier. And I've got it on, what do they call it? Home loan. So you can test it out. You can listen to it in your own listening space. It's from Richer Sounds in Cardiff. And they offer this service. But to get it, you can't just have it. You have to have it as if you're buying it. So I bought it now on buy now, pay later. But the problem is, if I like it that much, I may not want to send it back. So I might be paying later. Anyway, let's get this out of the box. So here it is. I don't think the photos online do it justice, or some of the reviews I've seen. It looks a lot better in person. Now, I'm a big fan of physical buttons. Okay, I do like a physical button, knobs, right? Not a huge fan of push buttons, right? But on this, it seems to work really well. It looks really, really nice. And that volume button is just a good size, sort of chrome at the back there. And feels substantial, Nice. So what we got your standby button here. Headphone jack, 3.5mm. Got your analog inputs here, 1, 2, 3, 4. AB speakers. And your digital inputs with the Bluetooth. I think that's the Bluetooth there. Anyway, right, let's have a look around the back. That's where it's all happening. Okay, and here's the back. Ooh, here's your Bluetooth aerial there. Oof. Right, so you've got a control bus out here. the wheels on the bus. And it comes with this control bus orange cable. And basically what it is, you plug these in, you plug that in there, connect it to another CX device, and you can control the other device. You control all the devices essentially with one remote, okay? Speaking of the remote, there it is there, okay? It's quite substantial. It's got a bit of heft to it. Oof, I love a bit of heft. Takes 3 AAA batteries. 3, I tell you, flipping heck. And you've got all the controls on there. You've got controls for the CXA, the CXN, and the CXC. That's the CD transport. But nice remote. And if you connect them all with this bus here, you can control them all with one remote. Cool. You've also got a trigger out as well. Speaker binding posts, A and B. Now, I gotta say, they do feel a little bit plasticky. Teeny bit disappointed in that. They feel quite plasticky. Not as premium as I thought they would be. I'll have to take out these banana plug caps here to get my banana plugs in. They do that in the UK because of stuff that happens in the EU, whatever. Anyway, right, then you got your sub out. Now, your sub out has a low pass filter of around about 2.3 kilohertz. So no frequencies above 2.3 kilohertz will be sent out to the subwoofer, so that's handy. Then you got the pre-out. There's no low pass filter on that. You got your analog inputs here. You got your balanced. You balanced in there. Coaxial, SPDIF, Tosling optical in 2 there. Then you got your PC from your PC there. Then you may have to download some updates, some drivers. Sorry, with that for the Cambridge Audio driver to go with it. You should also be aware it doesn't have a phono stage. It could be a deal breaker for some, and I understand why they don't have a phono stage in there. It would bump the price of the amp up, probably cost about 1,300 quid or more. Plus, Cambridge Audio do some decent phono stages, external phono stages, and they probably wanted to buy them and make more money. Not a deal breaker for me because the Stereo 230 I've got has a very good phono stage actually. It's got pre-outs, so I can put the pre-outs from this into the back of the Cambridge Audio and use my 230, use the phono stage in the 230, so that's not a problem. I don't think it has bass and treble controls, there's no tone controls on it. Now, again, that could be a deal breaker for some, but to be fair, on the Stereo 230, I rarely use tone controls. Rarely, especially with my Wolfdale Lintons. Don't need much more bass with them. So I rarely use the tone controls, but it's good to have them there if just in case you have a dodgy track. Doesn't sound too good, just needs a bit more bass sometimes. But, you know, I haven't listened to it yet, so I don't know. It probably doesn't need them. So what have they done to upgrade it? What is the difference between this and the original CXA81? So they've got a new DAC, so an improved DAC with a new board layout, I think. And they've also retuned it, put in some new capacitors, I think different capacitors, and possibly some inductors. I'm not sure about that, but definitely they've put in some new capacitors and they've retuned it. So they're saying that it's going to give a bit more detail to it, a bit more weight to it, but we'll see. We wait with bated breath. Oh. Okay, so I've been playing it for the last few hours. Obviously amps, some people say not, but I think amps do need a little bit of time to run in. It probably needs to be played a little bit more before it's fully running. But what do I think of it? Well, I think it's really, really good. Sounds great, very detailed. You can actually pick out the instruments. I just find it easier to pick out the instruments in the music. I played a variation, played rock, I played some AC/DC, what I get. Dire Straits, the Beatles, Howard Jones. Sounded great, really, really impressed with it. It's really good sounding. I loved it. There are a few niggles for me. The cheapy binding post on the back, okay, you know, it's £1,000 amp. Come on, Cambridge Audio. Come on, right? I don't like this D1, D2, T3, D3, I should say. Just put optical OP1, OP2, CO for coax 3. I don't know. Maybe you'll get used to it. You know, I suppose I'm sort of being really pedantic there, and you might get used to D. What you get used to knowing what they are. But on this, it says optical. It says arc. It says coax. It's just easier when you first use it until you get used to it. But that is what it is. And no phono stage. It's a shame. It's a shame. But I really like it. Now I'm stumped now, and I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. Right. So I know you guys like a sound comparison. But what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do. Hang on. I got it in my pocket here. Right, there we are. Put that there. Just scatter that out there. There we are. Put a bit of clickbait out now. There you go. Get my rod. Cast it out. Oh, got a bite. Reeling you in. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do a sound test in this video. Okay. I'm going to leave that for my next video. Really? Right? I'm going to do a direct comparison to the League Stereo 230. I'm going to go over the connections, their inputs, the watts, everything, okay? Just do a complete video on comparing these two amps. That'll be in my next video, so make sure you're subscribed, yeah? Okay. And so don't forget as well to go over and put your pictures on that Facebook page of mine. Of your hi-fi systems and stuff, links in the description below. Just get on there, okay? And I'll catch you in the next video.